who advocate for housing trust funds for home repair to constantly go. I just want y'all to know how vital it is. Good to see y'all all. What up, though, Detroit? Keep putting in that work.
I was Brother Ray Simpson on behalf of Madam Councilwoman Mary Sheffield. Real quick, Ray brought up gentrification. Some of you all have seen my signs in the hood. Some of you all have seen my signs. You see my work. One thing we do want to name, though, is this is an example of confronting gentrification in a very real way, which is an important part of the narrative. As much as we must continue to name and properly qualify exactly what economic violence via real estate policy looks like, we got to name that and keep pointing at it. But also, at the exact same time, we must be uplifting every example of self-determined, us-led, proper, ancestrally rooted, politically astute development, because that is the biggest confrontation to gentrification, is doing this thing our way, period, and together. So, and we ain't even got to clap, because that's just a fact, you know what I mean? Like, this is just me stating a truth. And in the land of keeping things moving, please make some noise for another council person, Council President Brenda Jones. Yep, nope. Brenda Jones. Going once, going twice. Moving on. So, coming to the microphone next is a grand matriarch of City Council. She was responsible, her and her office in the mid-2000s were responsible for creating a water affordability plan based on a dire situation that was happening in Highland Park. And by the dire situation, meaning based on the theft of public infrastructure that looked like the water department. So this woman and her administration led this charge of asserting a water affordability plan to ensure that the infrastructure stayed in the hands of the people, and that the administration actually knew that, folks, no one is asking for a handout in Detroit. No one. We are proud to sustain ourselves. We're proud of that. Such to the point, we will present you with a plan for how we can pay. So boom, thank you. Tatiana said, wrap that up, B, wrap it up. So coming to the microphone right now is Madam Matriarch Joanne Watson.
Giving God all the praise. Only God is worthy to be praised. I must give honor to my brother. Where's Malik Yakini? Brother Malik Yakini. You know, there is a great deal of support, many platforms supporting why we are here today. But it all goes back to Malik Yakini. I want you to know that God is in the process of this. This is not a coincidence. It's God. It just so happens that when I was serving on the city council, help me, Holy Ghost. Back then, the city council was not in districts. It was citywide. So you had to run for city council like you were running for mayor, citywide. And the chair of each meeting rotated. One day, when I happened to be chairing, that was God. Malik Yakini showed up. He wasn't on the agenda, but you know I called him to the table. Yes, I did. He had to tell on Eastern Market. He'd offered to buy some land based on their asking price. Eastern Market said no. So he knew that myself and Kwame Kenyatta and some other conscious folks were on the council. He wanted to tell on Eastern Market. So I could have raised some sand and stood on the table and turned the tables over. But what I did was I assigned planning and development to go find them some. Detroit has all kind of property. I said, go find them some land so they can have a farm. I assigned them planning and development. They found the land in 10 days on Outer Drive in Plymouth. The D-Town Farms got born because God made sure that when the Malik Yakini came to tell on folks, I happened to be chairing that meeting. Then Malik came back. He came back to City Council and he said, Mama Watson, we need a food policy council for the city of Detroit. We need a food policy council and we need a food policy because there's something wrong with Detroit being a food desert with fast food franchises everywhere killing our people and no fresh produce, no fresh fruit. And I wrote that in record time. Malik was leaning over my shoulder. We wrote that, and this is during a time when there was some knuckleheads on the council. They didn't vote for anything right, but they all voted for the Detroit Food Policy and the Detroit Food Policy Council. So I'm so happy to be standing here as I put my dollars in the D-Town Farms. I put my dollars in the food co-op and the Detroit Black Community Food Network. And I want you to know that this is not just another project, because I see it as African Town. It's not just another project, because this city had 350 black businesses, including until they put a freeway through Black Bottom and Paradise Valley. So they owe some reparation. I'm happy with the foundation support, but there needs to be some other kind of support to sustain this because they owe. They owe, and now they're tearing down the freeway that they used as the excuse to tear down all the black businesses. It's a disgrace before God. But God is in this plan. God is in this plan. No coincidence. Malik Yakini by himself showed up at City Council and was not on the agenda, but the Lord brought him to the table. And now we are applauding this major, major stepping stone in the history of our people. Praise God. Thank you.
Coming to the stage next is one of the intellectual powerhouses for DBC FSN and this entire project. And she's also a new mom. So please put your hands together for the indomitable Dr. Shakira Tyler. Yes, yes.
Thank you, Bryce Detroit. Peace, everyone. How y'all doing? Y'all hanging in there? All right. This is a huge celebration today, and we want to thank everyone for coming out. The Detroit People's Food Co-op is the culmination of 12 years and then some of community organizing, as have been said over and over again today. The Ujamaa Food Buying Club that was started within the Detroit Black Community Food Security Network, soon to be the Detroit Black Community Food Sovereignty Network, is really excited to finally see this to fruition, right? Like, we know that we need this. Black cooperativism is a very ancestral practice. This is not new. We're not doing this because it's trendy. We're doing this because our lives depend on it. Black cooperativism has been a key long-term strategy for Black economic well-being, social, cultural well-being, and overall Black liberation. So we don't have a choice. This is happening right here, right now. And please become a member of the Detroit Black Community Food Security Network because your memberships help us to continue this work. Thank you.
Next is another one of the matriarch powerhouses for the organization, and just a powerhouse period on planet Earth. Please put your hands together for the Detroit People's Food Co-op Board President, Dr. Akua Woolbright.
What's up, Bryce? Thank you. Greetings, Detroit. It is so wonderful to look out and see all of your faces. And I'm proud to join you in celebration as we congratulate the Detroit Black Community Food Security Network in reaching this very important milestone. I know that I speak for the board and the member owners of the Detroit People's Food Co-op when I say we are honored to be your anchor tenant, and we cannot wait for the Detroit Food Commons to open in 2023. 2023! If you are a Detroit People's Food Co-op board member or a member, can I just hear your voices right now? Let me hear. All right, so that was the setup. Now I'm going to ask a favor. We know that in order to open a retail space and to keep it open for decades and decades to come, there's a lot more work that we have to do. So we're just going to dig in and continue all the work that's ahead of us, and we need your help. So I'm going to give you 4 easy ways that you can get involved. So take a pen out, take your phone out, take some notes. 4 easy ways to get involved. 1, you can simply envision yourself shopping at the co-op. Imagine what it feels like when those doors open, because we hope to see you there and to see you there often. We need your dollars to cross those registers, but more important than that, we need your laughter, your voice, your presence in those grocery aisles, talking to each other about menus, sharing recipes, building that community. We want to see you at our nutrition workshops, our free cooking classes, our live events. Your presence and your energy is what's going to make this co-op home. This co-op belongs to you, and I want you to take full advantage of it. The second thing you can do to get involved is to talk to your family, friends, neighbors, co-workers. Ask them to become a member. Let them know that for $200, they can have a lifetime membership. They will have 1 share and 1 vote. They get to own a little piece of a grocery store. How empowering is that? And with their vote, they get to elect the board of directors and decide the future of the co-op. If you want to join and become a member, you can go to our website and join online at DetroitPeoplesFoodCoop.com. The third way you can get involved is to lean in and join one of our committees. The committees is really where the work is happening, and we need you behind the scenes. We need your knowledge and expertise. So you may want to join the Finance Committee, Store Operations Committee, or Membership and Outreach Committee. We also have 2 ad hoc committees, Marketing and Communications, and Fundraising and Capital Campaigns. And that takes me to the 4th way you can get involved. We're raising money. On the co-op side, the retail side, we still have financial goals we have to meet. We want to be able to work with our deli consultants so we can have a Detroit-centric menu with food that's so delicious, you keep coming back for more, right? We want to work with local chefs, but to do that, we have to pay them. So we need to raise money for that. We want to build out our website so it has more of a retail function. We want to order our POS systems that will be able to take your money and track membership. We want to hire a general manager. So although we're celebrating today, we do still have more work to do. So if you want to donate, you can also do that online at the DetroitPeoplesFoodCoop.com. So think about how you can get involved, and I just hope to see you when the store opens. And in closing, let's enjoy the rest of this day and celebration with the Detroit Black Community Food Security Network. Thank you.
There are 4 ways to tap in, y'all. Make sure that you do that. Coming up next with brief comments is the co-director of the National Black Food and Justice Alliance. Please make some noise for Jasmine Ratliff. There we go. Asha.
Peace, y'all. It's Dr. Jazz here with the National Black Food and Justice Alliance. I know everybody here is from Detroit, so I'm going to bring my New Orleans swang in. And just to let y'all know, I'm the co-executive director of the National Black Food and Justice Alliance, and I'm beyond honored to be here to this historical groundbreaking ceremony. And I just want to share very little about our organization. And it's a Black-led coalition food justice organization with farmers that are working towards food sovereignty and land justice. So 7 years ago, 3 food justice organizers, shout out to Baba Malik Yakini, yes, he had the audacity to bring together organizers, farmers, and culture bearers from around the country to dream up, strategize, and work towards a national movement. So it's not just in Detroit, y'all, it's everywhere. So now 45 plus members strong. We work democratically to help with organizing around food justice, amplifying culture, and building a Black farmers map. So we build institutions. We are supporting the sustainability of organizations like D-Town Farm, Detroit Black Community Food Security Network, and especially the Detroit People's Food Co-op. So we're committed to reclaiming our histories, building Black self-determination, and ultimately Black food sovereignty. So if you'd like to get in touch or learn more about us, you can visit at blackfoodjustice.org or email us at info@blackfoodjustice.
Boom. Thank you, Jasmine. Now, the next person coming up, if you're from the North End, I'm going to need you to make a whole lot of noise for this matriarch. Please, everybody stand up if you're from the North End, if you're sitting down. Make all the noise possible for this matriarch, Oakland Avenue Urban Farms own Jerry Hebron. Mama Jerry? Mama Jerry. Mama Jerry. Going once? Billy, is Billy here? Is anybody here? Nope, not near one. Okay. All right, we got to move on. But just tell Jerry that Bryce gave her an awesome intro, please. Let me see. So coming to the microphone. Oh, boom. So we are actually at that part of the program where we are going to direct everyone's attention over to the groundbreaking site. So please, Develop Detroit, all the staff for Develop Detroit, everybody from DBC, FSN, please make your way to the groundbreaking site.